Hey guys, so today I'm going to speak just really briefly on some things that I suggest to buyers to really have figured out prior to engaging with a realtor or just prior to discussing exactly what you're looking for. So you can have figured out the size of your house. Obviously, you'll want to know bedroom number. I suggest going through and making lists. Go through and make first a list of all the needs. So you need to discuss exactly what you need, and that's not, you know, ideally it would have tile in the kitchen. That's an additional desire. But your needs do square footage, lot size, bedroom size, bathroom size, price range, those things. And then do an additional wants list, which would include the tile work, granite countertops, lighter cabinets, kind of those cosmetic things that you could update, that are aside from the actual bones of the house. So come up with your needs list, come up with your wants list, and then also some things to really take into account aside from those aspects that have to do exactly with the house and the size, the location, all of those. You also need to do some digging into school districts and make sure you know not only what school district you want, but what assigned high school, junior high, elementary school you want within that school district, because the school district can contain several different high schools if you're in a bigger city, and you want to make sure you get the right high school that you want. So definitely try and be as specific as you can with your realtor when you sit down with them about not just the school district, but what exact assigned school you would like. So make sure to do that. Then you also, I suggest before choosing your neighborhood, go online to your local sheriff's web page, and search the registered sex offenders in the area, if that's something that would be a big deal. If you've got kids, or if you like to go out jogging in the mornings or late at night, you definitely want to know what neighborhood you're getting into. And as a girl, I know that is something. I lived up on the bench, and when I did some digging into the sex offenders, I think it was like 200 within a 1.5 mile radius of my house. So now I'm in West Boise because the number dropped pretty dramatically over on this side. So anyway, as a woman, I know that that's one of my concerns. I'm sure as a mother, that would be another concern that you may have, just as far as having that peace of mind a little bit more with letting your kids explore their area. So definitely go online and look into the sex offenders in the area, look into your crime rates. You can go to, what is it called? There's neighborhood, I can't remember the name now. If you go on to my website, CaitlinRayleigh.realtor, I'll have all of these links for you to check out kind of your areas, explore. At least here in Boise, I have the links for them. So we've got the Ada County Sheriff's Office, neighborhood something, which will tell you the crime rates in certain zip codes, certain neighborhoods. You can look it up, so that you know. You can also go online. I think it's just called Great Schools, and they'll give you ratings of all of the schools in your areas, and you can really do that digging, because as a realtor, we're not allowed to steer you, and there's this very fine line of giving advice and then steering you from certain areas or certain neighborhoods. So I do just recommend that you go online, you do that digging for yourself, figure out kind of the area that you want to be in, and then of course your realtor can, they'll find the houses within that area, and they definitely simplify it a lot from there. But if you can come to them with kind of an idea of what you want, and just an idea of what the crime rates, the schools, sex offenders, those things, and add those to your list of needs and wants. We need to be, in this area, and we would prefer that it be in this neighborhood, but that's not necessarily crucial. It just, as long as it's in this school district, and we want it for this assigned school, that sort of thing. So definitely go through and make sure that you have those details figured out in addition, because if you go to your realtor and say, we want to buy somewhere in Boise, you are going to have a very long house hunting journey with your realtor. And we try to make it, as realtors, we always try to make it a fast deal for you guys so that you don't end up getting stressed or burnt out too quickly. But it's really hard when you give us just a broad, I want a 4-bedroom, 3-bath in between 200 and 250. Granted, it's going to knock down your selection a lot because it's a low price range, so that was probably a horrible example. But moral of the story is that it's going to really shorten your house hunt if you can be more specific. And those aren't necessarily things that your realtor can do legally, because we will get in trouble for steering. So make sure you figure those things out. Figure out what neighborhood you want, what school you want, and just kind of know your area yourself. And then you can ask your realtor questions within that. And of course, they'll recommend based on, there are a lot of recommendations we can do. It's just on those things we can't steer you to a family-friendly, we can't steer you to a neighborhood and say it's all families because we're being biased, or, all of those little things. So definitely do that research on your own so that you can come to your realtor with the best details you can and really shorten that search time, that you actually do deal with your realtor, because it'll keep everybody from getting burnout, and it'll really increase your likelihood of getting the house that you want earlier on in your searching process. So hopefully this has helped, and hopefully as buyers you can take this information and sit down for a day, come up with your lists, and then make it a lot easier moving forward with the realtor. So I hope you have a great day, and I will be back tomorrow, hopefully, if I can keep being good about vlogging, with another video. So check back tomorrow.